Mm-hmm.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints.
And the niggas cheated us again.
Oh, yeah.
Cheated us out of like 15 seconds before halftime.
2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, come on. Bruh, this is ridiculous. Thank you. Thank you. Give me my badge, hope.
Ready?
Boss up.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game. To start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They run it here with Gordon. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33.
Yeah, that's what Ryan needle threader.
To stop a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Trevon Austin. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return.
That's what your
and the
ass
Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Yeah, but you got to get it, though.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook.
Oh, yeah.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Yeah, through playing practice
Took
and
just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again.
It tells you how much
down.
you can get, too.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
That's when you do a stand, because you do a stand, you can rush up
14 yards
fast
is the pickup, first down New Orleans.
Well,
no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early, because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Here we go. Number 53. Line 53. Come on. You bet shut. Watch the ship.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
The break starter downhill or unpluckable.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play.
Yeah, I can get Hall of Fame badges on my shooting and defending. That's it. Not on my finishing or playmaking.
Yeah, my shooting. I could dribble, shoot, and dunk.
The officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Winston.
The red color is not that fast.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They go back to Murray on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Check 53.
On third down, Bridgewater. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. He's going to float this one deep. Oh, wide open, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad Perriman, 85 yards. as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening
Defensive leader
quarter.
and give all
Good
y'all
start to the
niggas
season
abilities
for him.
to
He had the
defend.
touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's
need it.
already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
Let's just go with the clones. Let's just go with the clones.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater completes it to Spencer Ware. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. On the ground, this is Ware. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
3rd inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw, Bridgewater. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Bridgewater. Got a man open. open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that.
And he's taken down, back at his own 7. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Winston. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Working out of the gun. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's correct.
What is going on?
But not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Winston. This is caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
45 to Mike. Got to do better.
Bridgewater now. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Bridgewater from the gun on third down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Jones on the return. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A first update now from Cleveland. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's crashing.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
From the 35 on second down, Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. To throw is Winston. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
53 is mine. Strip that ball. Strip that ball. 53 is the money. 53. Check. Off. Switch up.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's got his man. That's Wallace. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. There he goes left side. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing is Bridgewater. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Cook. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First down, Bridgewater. Austin's got it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll throw again, Bridgewater. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 6 yards in the first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. Past the 20. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up second down. And again, it's Bridgewater. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks. But
now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss two in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up second down. Jameis to throw it. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a first and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jones. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Gerald McCoy, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Down, they're going. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Ready? White 25. White. Watch out. Green, 17. Sponge. Smith. 5-0. Check 4. Go. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's Bridgewater. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jared Cook. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it? I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming. Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute. They're going to try and get the football back. Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock. Here's Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Now Austin. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Trevon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 71-yard punt return as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Winston to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better fit. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Check, 55, come on. Check.
Now Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Looks good on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. One last shot now for Winston. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1.